Good evening. Tens of thousands of people are gathering at Victoria Park to mark 24 years since the Tiananmen Square crackdown in Beijing. Organizers expect a good turnout to the candlelight vigil this evening, which has become an annual event to honor the victims and call for political change on the mainland. Our Evelina Leung joins us live from Victoria Park. Evelina, what's the atmosphere like there now?
Hi, Sonia. Well, all the football pitches here in Victoria Park are already packed with people who are here for the candlelight vigil. Some of them arrived as early as 4 this afternoon. The organizers expect a turnout of 150,000. People started pouring into Victoria Park this afternoon. Many of them were students.
I think the most important thing is we have to know the history, and we can learn from the history.
There were also some mainland tourists.
大陆的现实在那里。
This visitor says he's been coming to the candlelight vigil for years, adding that he loves his country and thinks the official verdict on the 1989 student pro-democracy movement should be reversed. The organizer of the candlelight vigil said this year's event holds special significance.
This year is especially important because we are giving a clear message to the new leadership in China that Hong Kong people insist on the vindication June 4. We insist on change in China, and we embrace a China that would allow democratic reform.
Lee said a huge turnout is expected tonight, despite a controversy over the meaning of the word patriotism selected earlier for the event's slogan. That led to some so-called localists who want to separate Hong Kong affairs from the mainland. They called for a boycott of the Victoria Park Vigil and are hosting their own June 4th commemoration elsewhere. Earlier today, 30 members of the Hong Kong Federation of Students ended their symbolic 64-hour hunger strike. They called for the vindication of the student movement in Beijing 24 years ago and the release of jailed dissidents on the mainland. The students said during their hunger strike, they met some mainlanders who took part in the 1989 protests, which helped them learn more about the incident. And at the University of Hong Kong, some students took part in an annual memorial ceremony. They repainted some Chinese words including "Never Forget" on Swire Bridge. Now, the observatory says there might be some rain tonight, so those who are still planning to come here should bring an umbrella with them. Now, the candlelight vigil is expected to end just before 10 tonight. However, some roads around Victoria Park will still be closed off to traffic after the event ends. And that's all I have. Back to you, Sonia and Chris.
All right, Evelina, thank you for that.